Okay, so I'm gonna be testing this stream. I hope it's audible and everything. Hold up. Hi guys, so this is a stream. I'm currently recording and streaming at the same time. So in case you're wondering what the heck I'm up to, long story short, so I'm gonna be uploading videos every Wednesday. No, not every Wednesday. That's too much. So it's like twice a month, or rather every Wednesday every 2 weeks, so every fortnight Wednesday. This is just a try, so I'm gonna be doing something different from my normal writing streams this time. As you can tell, I have this page up, and some of you might already know this. It's Grammarly. So Grammarly is actually free to download for all, and then if you want an upgrade, there's actually a premium version which I actually bought in the last few days, which means I've been playing around and messing around with it for a little bit to see the functions, the new functions, and whether it would add value to my writing style. Honestly, I bought it at like a 50, almost a 50% off, so I think it's a good deal. Some people say Grammarly throws out discounts for first timers up to 70% discount, which I don't know when it's coming back, so I actually just honestly skipped this whole thing. I just wanted to get Grammarly for two reasons. The first reason is because there is a blog post that I'm supposed to be writing for next month covering the pros and cons of Grammarly free and paid version. So how do I write a blog about it if I don't have it? So this is going to be the test. And then the second reason why I had to get this is because I don't want to be paying $300 on Fiverr for a proofreader who uses the same program that can be bought at probably like $100. So that's the second reason. Plus, Ego Stay is being delayed because I have a ton of things backed up on my schedule, and I really just don't have that time to go on Fiverr and wait a month or 2 weeks for people to actually reply to me, pay them, and then get the same results that I can get with an automated software, or so I was told. And I wanted to know if Grammarly was any good. Like, is it beneficial if you're writing full time? So this test is just all about it. Alright, so as you can see, there's this little thing over here that says premium, and premium means I paid for this. So the discount only works for first year, and no, Grammarly is not sponsoring me. I wish they did though. I also wish Canva sponsored me, but that's besides the point. So Grammarly does work for a lot of different platforms. You can use it on mobile if you are writing on mobile, which I know a few monster writers on Inkstone web novel, they write better on tablet and mobile. It is available there. It is also available for those of you who write on Word documents. I don't have Scrivener, so I can't say whether it works or not. But I guess Google Docs works as well. Inkstone, like this, it actually works. So today we'll be writing like a chapter from here. So yeah, it works on Inkstone. How you can tell is actually this icon over here. It's Grammarly, and it says it has access to the site, which means it should be checking and picking out everything on it. This little arrow at the end of it. Oh, well, what do you know? Okay, I thought I caught everything. Guess not. But yeah, so Grammarly should actually be activated here, and you have certain options. Like I type in British English, and through Grammarly, I actually found out not all the choice of words and spelling I use belong to the British dictionary, which is a little bit confusing. I like to spell percent differently, like as one word instead of two words. And oh yeah, so Grammarly lets me know that, and you can disable some options. I disable correct spelling automatically because sometimes I realize it corrects it wrongly, and I have brilliant typos. So yeah, so if you click on this and you go to My Grammarly, this is the Grammarly website that you can see. So you have several other more options available along here if you're actually, looking forward to using them. So I was just testing out because they said that they check plagiarism as well. Um, so I threw in one of my chapters that I wrote like before this, and hell yeah, this is exactly what you would be seeing if you go on Grammarly. So I threw all this in, and I was like, yeah, okay. So they were like, okay, you need to be consistent, you have all this stuff. So different colors actually mean different things. So red is usually involved, it's spelling, grammar, punctuation. And I realized that I have a terrible terrible habit of actually throwing away commas before my conjunctions and stuff like that. So before and, before but, before so, before all those things, I'm supposed to add in commas. Apparently, it's English grammatical rules that I have been throwing away for the longest time as like possible, because I just hate commas, I guess. Then clarity actually helps you to spot if you are passive or, talking in a passive voice, and they would advise sometimes to rephrase it in a way that is easier for the general public to read. I think this is very subjective actually, because sometimes like redundancy and conciseness, they would tell you that a certain word is not recommended, or they would think it's a repeat and you don't want to put it in just for the sake of word count. You want to give quality sentences to talk about things in a more precise manner rather than just the word vomit, which I agree with some of it, but some of it over here, it's you need it in there to follow the pacing and thoughts of the story flow. But this is Grammarly, so I would reject some of these things. So that's clarity. And in terms of engagement, Grammarly has this option that you can choose for your style. So which kind of means, let me demonstrate. There, so it's something like this. It's tone and stuff like that. Help. I don't want this. I want it to be stuck. How do I make it stuck? Okay, well anyway. Give me all suggestions. Alright, so an example would be like this. And if I go on the settings, I think it was settings. Okay, I'm actually still not very sure. There we go. So if you click on the goals in Grammarly, it's only available in premium, I think. So you can set your audience to, like, for example, I want my audience to be general, which means I want it to be simple English, which obviously the web novel readers are catered for, because not a lot of them have English as their first language. It's perfect. And then I want my formality to be kind of neutral, because I'm not writing like an essay for like my degree. No, I'm just writing a novel, but I don't want to be informal, like too informal, because it's not texting my BFF. And in terms of domain, so I usually put it to creative. I don't know why it's actually not sticking. Like I remember setting this before. And the intent is to tell a story because it's creative content anyways. But the tone is what actually affects your, what's that, choice of words. So if you pick certain, like for example, you pick respectful, they would offer you advices to change certain choice of words used to suit the tone that you're aiming for. I think that's a huge thing, because I have not seen this anywhere else. Like I don't know if there are other softwares that does the same, but it's very interesting how they actually advise you. And Grammarly, I think it's only premium. They have this option whereby if you were to go and highlight the word and you wait, and it will give you synonyms, so you don't have to go to a thesaurus anymore, which is actually awesome because sometimes thesaurus is one of my best friends, and I spend the longest time looking for a word that sounds similar. Like, if I have a brain, like a writer's block, and English doesn't function that day, I can't find the word that I'm thinking of. I'm like, oh, it starts with an A, but I can't remember. So this is how it actually, it's helpful. And then there was one thing about Grammarly that I really like. It's called the Plagiarism Tracker. So I've covered engagement. I'm gonna delivery. It's some kind of, the tone as well. Style guide. I got no idea, man. Yeah, but anyway, so this is not applicable to me at the very least. And then there's this Get Expert Writing Help, which is human proofreading, which I really don't think I want to be paying for, because the software actually does quite a good job of picking out majority of the stuff, especially if you're self-published. It's just it, man. You have a good grasp of the English language, so maybe a TOEFL level. You graduated school, you know your grammar rules. This is gonna help you, and this software is just picking up everything that you missed out in your word vomit, and then you use it to polish it after you've done your content editing and your line editing to make it smoother. So the software only aids in, smoothing out what the human missed based on the rules. The one that I'm looking at is plagiarism. Because, like, one of the deepest fears a creative writer or an original content creator has is um, basically ripping off somebody's work unknowingly. So this is actually something that really helps. So 1% of my text actually match the source, and I can, they even gave you the source, so they run it through a checker, and then they tell you which is the sentence. Like, oh, it's just this few words. Okay, maybe it's not that much. You see, so I check it, and the cool thing is, Control Find does a good job. So anything that's on the internet, Grammarly can find. It's not exact. All right, so it's something like just checking that nobody else has actually used it, and if it's 1%, it's a little bit, it's fine because these are like common words strung together. But your content should not be 80% or even 20% copy and lifted without citations. So these are words that I came up with, but it somehow matches somebody else's creations already, so that's fine. But yeah, just in case. So if you're a student and you're wondering, should I actually get Grammarly Premium? Well, chances are you might want to, but it might be a little bit too pricey for a student's budget as well. So yeah, I find this very interesting. Like plagiarism checking is a bonus thing. It's bonus. I didn't think it would work, honestly speaking, but it actually does work. So I'm very impressed actually. Yeah, so I have it on words as well. I would be, identifying this on Word document for like, the spell check, egos, and yeah, I have to download and change a bunch of stuff. Anyways, so yeah, these are all the platforms that Grammarly currently support. There's a phone, there's an iPad, there's Grammarly for Chrome. I don't know if it works for Firefox. Honestly, I didn't see it here. I'm assuming no. And I don't know if it works for Scrivener, but I'm assuming no. These are questions I don't have answers to, unfortunately. But if you're curious, maybe somebody on Google has it already. So that's what I want to cover today. And today's live stream is actually gonna be something different. Like, normally you just see me write, you see me sprint, you see in my Discord, but you probably have not seen me testing a product. So this is me testing the software that I just bought. It's a user experience live testing environment, very honest feedback. Like, I've been using it in a while, but I'm still surprised at the things that it could do. I wrote this today, this afternoon, and just so you know, like, my health is barely hanging on. I won't say why. Like, okay, it's caused by a plastic stool, which doesn't have the best options. Okay, so I need to go to all suggestions. I remember running through the checker this afternoon. Why does it not? Okay, yeah, I have to figure this out. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure I ran through this afternoon. Yeah, I dismissed this. I dismissed this. Yeah, okay. This is good. So so I'm just gonna rewriting as I usually do, and okay, just for information, Grammarly doesn't pick up everything, as in everything. I still need to run it through Word doc because it does not pick out certain phrases and grammatical errors for some reason. Like, the rules that is programmed in here are mm, not comprehensive, is what I would say. So according to the blog that I've written, based on the time that I've written my editing process, which will come out next Wednesday, you'll see that I said Grammarly free is good enough, but it does not pick out everything that possibly exists. You still need to run it through a second checker, which usually I use Words, because Microsoft, believe it or not, and don't just believe it or not, like, it's a fact that Microsoft Words has been here for longer than Grammarly has been, which kind of means that there's a lot of user improvements and inputs that this new software doesn't have. Like all AIs, I'm also trying to see if Grammarly has the ability to learn a user's preference. Like, they have customizable dictionaries where you can put in certain words so that it doesn't pick it out as spelling errors. That's first step to customizing my own AI. But the second step that I really want is to stick it in Grammarly, all the preferences that I have, because I don't know why every single goddamn time I open a new window, Grammarly does not load my settings. I need to figure it out. I might figure it out on stream. I'm probably figuring it out on stream now because I just, if I see something, I cannot ignore it. I have to get it done like now. Where I see that there's someone also in chat. Who are you? Do I know you? What do you want? I'm just creating content for my new vlog next Wednesday. No, not next Wednesday, next month. On the 3rd of February. It's scheduled, this is scheduled for like the 3rd of February. Customize. Is this the one that I've been missing out? Or was it Style Guide? I actually don't know. Like, I cancelled the subscription thing that renews yearly because I just wanted to test and see if it's enough for me to work with this year. My primary language is English, and I write in British English. That's true. Most of my writing is for technically work. I'll put others then. Okay. Okay. How do I save this? Is it automatically saved? Your user interface is not very clear. Excuse me. Okay, one way to find out is to go here and go back again. And if it doesn't work, then I'm in trouble. Yep, so my plan is annual. I just hopped on it. I was like, oh my god, 50% off. I'm in. Count me in. Okay, that's safe, right? So that was that. I will not do this. Style guide. Get Grammarly business. No. Yeah, I need to find a way to get that out. I don't know how. Oh, there are a spike in viewers. Hello there. Can I help you? This is just content like testing out Grammarly Premium. No, you cannot help me. I don't think you know how to help me. Okay, hold up. My Grammarly, am I at my Grammarly? Yes, I am. I think I am. Okay, no, there's no way to fix that. How do I fix something that's not broken? Okay. Right, so whoever is new to my stream and you don't know me but you're here and watching other projects, just know that I'm a little bit crazy. I'm like hanging on to the last brain cell that's powered by coffee that I drank at dinner. And yeah, my health is also on the last clutch. Like if 20% is the base for a person who is not dying, I'm at 20%. My spine is not doing good. Thanks to the new job that I get. It was like on-job training, and then there was like plastic stew, and I had to sit there and observe classes for like 8 hours on a Saturday and like 4 hours on a Sunday, and I just cannot make it. Like yesterday and the day before, on Monday, I was dying. Sound fluent, spelling and grammar clear, plagiarism, synonyms, tone, conciseness. Dot, 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 dot. Check all. Next. Ah, so I did not do this. Friendly, forceful. I am not sure actually. Let me go with this. Choose from the list. My primary language is English. Duh. I might be Chinese, but I'm very English on the inside. We are rooting for you. Yes, you are. Hmm. Done? Am I good? No, 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 no. Give me a neutral, give me a creative, give me this. Done. The goals should stay, okay? I shouldn't have to be doing this. I shouldn't need to do this every single time Grammarly pops out. Also, I realize Grammarly doesn't automatically start once you sleep or hibernate your PC or your laptop or anything, and then you start, the app runs, like it resumes, but Grammarly just does not automatically respond, like they are off. They just die. That's why I think it's crucial to actually get a secondary checker, like a Word document or Google Docs or something like that, you know? So yeah, so oh wait, Discord is this side. Yeah, so I'm gonna be sprinting. I'm gonna be writing an actual chapter based on my plots, so Yeah, this I only have 4 pages of thoughts, and honestly, I want to kill myself right now. We just moved on to a new arc without concluding the previous arc, and I don't even know what the pacing is like. I want to end Ball of Nothing this year. It's a definite now because it's not doing very well, and I'm thrilled to be preparing for school wars, but I'm still in the information siphoning garbage can stage, which means I don't have a definite plot of what I want to do for school wars, and I'm just distracted with research, and research is a process that you go through and like, just go from one place to another, and everything that you see with the keyword that you're looking for example, in my case, it's gonna be Yankee, it's gonna be Yakuza, it's gonna be Mafia, it's gonna be delinquent, it's gonna be high school, Japanese high school, boys, shonen, and I just go give me all of it. And sometimes the content that you search for has a little bit too much information, and you just get sucked into that bottomless pit, that rabbit hole, and you don't stop. The best part is you don't stop. You're like, oh my god, 261 chapters of this manga, give it to me. And like your shopping cart is full of things in your wish list and something like that. And I just don't have enough time. Like, it's coming in, it's like all the inspiration, I have it. I want to rewatch Reborn, I want to rewatch Gintama, I want to rewatch Beelzebub and stuff like that, and I'm like, yeah, those are stuff that I know my inspiration comes from, but at the same time I don't exactly have time to be doing that because I need to schedule stuff. As you can Wrong one. As you can see, it's I just finished stalking January today, and my progress is like 2000 words plus plus, which means I need to finish up until, yeah, I need to finish stalking till Feb before I can start working on egos, which is hell a lot of time, hell a lot of things to do. My list is not growing any shorter. I thought I'll be done, but no, I'm not. So yeah, that was my problem. I'm very distracted because of this new content that I want to create, that I don't even know where I am sometimes on this plot. Right, so in any case, the stream is gonna be boring from now on, so I kind of am done with talking. I am recording my stream so that I can actually edit this offline and give you a concise stream highlight for the main content in my vlog version of this. So like, I want to be doing demonstration after I finish writing the chapters. So as usual, for those of you who want to join the sprint but are not on the Inkstone server Discord, please join my Discord server. I invited the sprint bots over, and I shifted Discord from here to the secondary screen because I didn't want you guys seeing all my private messages when I reply to people. Like, you would know how much of a social life I lack. Anyways, so yeah, the people, they are monsters on Inkstone right now. Just saying. They hit like 2k words in 20-minute sprints, and I just don't understand how somebody's fingers can possibly move that fast. I don't. Like, maybe they type with 10 fingers, and all 10 fingers are of like monster speed. I only type with 4 fingers. So that's a limitation, a physical limitation. It's not my New Year resolution, so I'm not gonna be fixing that. But for now, for those of you, links are in the description. If you want to sprint, let me know. Or alternatively, you can sprint along with me during the stream. Write it in the chat. I will be starting as soon as this sprint ends. Oh my god, 25 minutes in 5. I hate this person. Okay, why don't you do a normal sprint? Okay, I'll be sprinting on my server this time. Hopefully the bot doesn't screw me over again. Sprint start. Because when I submitted my word count earlier, it didn't, I just want to cry. Like, why do you do this to me? You hate me. You hate my existence. Sprint. Join? It's 0. Okay. Yeah, so this is what I'm gonna be doing. Feel free to join my server, get yourself a Woodsmith role, and join the Writer's Corner, where we all huddle together and be dead. Other than that, this is going to be it for the next 20 minutes or so, and I hope you actually like the new, what's it called, screen cover that I did at the start of the stream, like before I started this. I use Canva, by the way. I wish I was sponsored by 2 main products, namely Grammarly and Canva, but I'm not there yet. So this year's target is 1,000 YouTube subscribers and 10 Patreons. Feel free to help me achieve that goal. Click subscribe if you're not subscribed. And Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for this to actually start. Ah, mandatory. Today's music is this. Putting it in the chat. Yeah, I hate that person. Why do you put 25 minutes? 15 or 20 is good enough for a normal person. Come on. Where was I? This guy. Okay, that ping reminds me that sprint has started. You have 20 minutes. Put your word count in the chat if you are sprinting along, and good luck to everyone. It's not very smooth. It might interrupt. Hmm. Okay, 15 seconds. Okay, sprint ended. We're counting. Hopefully the bot doesn't hate me completely. Right, so my word is what? 533 words in 20. It's about 26 words per minute. Not too bad, not too bad. It's been a while. Recently, this looks like it's my normal speed now. I'm kind of disappointed because I used to be doing 700 per minute. But finger arthritis is a thing. And the weather's been cold. Yeah, okay. So now that it's my writing break in between sprints, I will be editing a little bit. So it's about half a chapter. By now, this progress is about 50% done because a chapter is about 1,000 words for web novels at least. I try not to write too many words in one chapter because the attention span of my reader is not very good. So as you can see, I did pick out a lot of stuff that I, you know, would have missed without Grammarly. So it cured a lot of my typo. Mm, so far so good. Doesn't look like. Uh, so yeah, so far so good. It doesn't look like I missed out anything important for now. So Grammarly checked all my typo errors, I guess. Yeah. Most of it. So I don't see any red lines. You probably see me like clicking and correcting some of those red lines and using the thesaurus function, the synonym function a few times. Like I couldn't find the right word, but anyway, I got it. My brain's not English, so I'm gonna click this. It says 11. Let's see. So usually it gives me top suggestions and it's not a good thing because I want everything. So in between sprints, if you have some time, this is what I usually do. So it's like 87% right now. It represents the quality of my writing, but this is just a systems judge of it. It's not in any way to say that you're not doing good or anything, okay? It's just a system judge. So blue, it's about clarity. I usually will fix the red ones first because this is just grammar and I know I hate commas a lot like this. It's not something I can fix immediately. It's also probably not something I will want to fix because I have a system that can do it for me right now. Okay, so punctuation, where does this come in? Here. So it will highlight for you the part that they recommend changes. And in this case, I need to read it all over again. So true and like the idea and zero blinked. How will you do that? We're bound by a magic contract. You cannot harm me. Yeah, so stuff like that. So blue, I will leave it for now. So it's clarity. As you can see, some cases they actually recommend a suggestion to rewrite it, and in some cases there isn't one. For example, this there isn't one, but they would tell you the reason why they would recommend a suggestion. So this is my use as I go on Grammarly Premium. Mm, there will be another check that I do with Grammarly Premium after this, but not yet. So my editing process with this is currently quite lengthy. So I would usually write some stuff. Like if I disagree with it, I will comment. Yeah, so it takes some time to update, especially if you make changes like that. Mm, so yeah, now once all the red is done. Usually I would see my score up a little bit, so it was like 96 earlier. It's like 97 right now. So clarity is something that is subjective, especially if you're an experienced author and you know what you're doing. So clarity, like for example, they consider this a passive telling. So if someone was sent to them, okay, so maybe I would take into consideration some of this. So if imagine if someone appeared during their time of need, might sound better. I don't really know. So like give it some time to update. Yeah, so it's fine. Like sometimes I just can't find a better way, so I there's a trash can button over here at the side that says dismiss, which I normally do. Like this. There is no replacement for they. And it's stupid to actually write out who they are in context. So this is where the program falls short. And I don't actually know what this is, because like maybe they say it's formality whereby you cannot end the sentence with a preposition or stuff like that. I don't really care. I'm doing creative writing and I don't think it's stuck. See, it didn't stick, that's why. It's like I want this to, stick a little bit, and it just didn't. That's why this is one part where Grammarly might want to look into. Yeah, so once I changed that, you can see it pretty much picked out all the things that I disagreed with. And now it's looking 99%. So yeah, so vocabulary, a very good, it will also serve as a very good distraction, a perfect, okay, I mean, sure, but it's not, that's very lengthy. Yeah, so I won't, like, as a writer, okay, so they did explain you could suggest and opt for this, but it's not a perfect distraction. I mean, there are probably better ways to do it, so I'll dismiss this. It's subjective, it's preference now. Too many words, too many non-content words. What? Yeah, so wordiness. I had trouble with this sentence as well. So yeah, this part of the editing process probably can be considered content editing, and somewhat line editing, more closer towards line editing. So Grammarly helps you line edit. For those of you who don't know the difference between content editing and line editing, content editing is more towards the flow of the structure, the plot. Which sentence should go where? Should this come before or after the scene? That's content editing, which you do. And line editing is kind of like Grammarly picking out all these words like, oh, this sentence is a little bit too chunky, or maybe this word has a better alternative to use, or the expression is not accurate to the scene in context. This is line editing. So it's closer towards line editing. If zero and he, it shouldn't be the other way. It's he and zero. If he and zero were going to create commotion near the sea coast of the Arabic Shore. What? I will just rewrite this completely because it's too lengthy. If he and Zero were going to create commotion near the sea coast, the half-destroyed capital, like Tokyo, will. Ah, it's getting worse. Okay, hold up. I need to change this as well. Lesser guts will will be stationed. Will station at the gates during an attack, but it wouldn't be Do some petrol. Will most likely get caught. Yeah, so earlier I was struggling with this on stream a little bit, so this is the editing part. Something is wrong with this sentence. Hold up. It's a good chance to clear all those out. Grammarly actually missed out something here. Check out this, and this is why word checker is important. If I didn't line edit this, it's not gonna be noticed by Grammarly at all, which kind of, yeah, it defeats the purpose. But my typos are interesting. Well, everyone is occupied in the capital. Blah 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 blah. Okay, let's see what is wrong with you. No, not wrong with you. Say first. Okay, so as you can see, it was like 533 before this, and now it's like 517. So Grammarly does help to remove certain redundancies. I won't say it doesn't help, but you know, like, okay, something is not right with you. No additional suggestions, and why are you in blue? Okay, this has to be a bug, man. Come on. I'm gonna try and refresh this. Hopefully Grammarly like restarts itself and not give me that blue thing anymore, and Grammarly disappeared. There we go. So it refreshed itself and now it says 4 again. Give me all suggestions. Pretty sure this has reset itself. Yeah, that's what I thought. Done. Okay. This is one that I have removed. Surely. Yeah, so this is something that Grammarly really has to work on, I think. Like, to save me time, please make my goal something that remains the same. Yeah, so that long line earlier was kind of fixed. I think I'm happy with this. So this is how I edit on the go using Grammarly Pro, which honestly speaking takes up a bit of time. Let's check the time. I ended the sprint about 53. It's 11:05. It's about, my math is failing. It's about 10 minutes. Okay, so I actually spent about 10 minutes editing this give and take. Yeah, cause yeah, it's not the best, but it's something, and it reduced word counts again. So yeah, one good thing about Grammarly I realize is, you know, the ability to make your work more concise and precise and pick out things that you don't actually know. So it's like in the middle of content editing and line editing, it helps with both, but it's not comprehensive, as you can see for yourself earlier. Like there was this typo where I missed out the I in and it didn't pick it out. But if I were to transfer this into the Word document, okay, I'm just gonna leave this here. Okay, I'm just gonna deliberately delete this here and save it, so that when I copy it over to the Word document checker, you can actually see that the Word checker in docs like Google Docs picks it out, that Grammarly doesn't. It still hasn't picked it out. I'm gonna try refreshing it. It's still at 100%. It's not picking it out. Right, so this is it for the sprint for now. Let's check what's the time of the sprint. It's about an hour. Oh my god. I did not expect this. Okay, so for the sake of time, I don't think you guys want to see the whole process of me writing and exploring and playing with Grammarly and editing, especially editing. So for the sake of time, right? I'm just going to put this over into a Word document, like, you know, the ones that I said I saw the mistake and Grammarly did not pick it out. So it's half a chapter. Let's just try and do half chapter, okay? Alright, so assuming that this is a done chapter, a product that I put over here. Okay, so F7 for you guys. It's grammar. So it still does pick out stuff that Grammarly fails to check and pick out on. Right, so over here it's do and does. So yeah, they are not wrong here. And I'm pretty sure this is 2 words. What is my English in? Ah, my English, my English, my English, my English, my English is in British, right? Dictionary? No. Add-ons? No. My god, I forgot how to check this, but I'm gonna assume it's in English. It's in British English. Language is just in English. Oh, it's in United States English. Okay, make this British, thank you. Right. Ah, I forgot. I might need to refresh this. It should be in English, like British English. Right, so usually I will ignore this stuff, but okay, no, it doesn't make a difference. Yeah, see, this is the one that I actually said I missed out, like the I in the in, and it's just an N, and Grammarly just completely does not pick that out. So this is why it's safer to run it through two checkers, like Word document, and the Word checker in Chrome is way more advanced when picking out stuff like that, especially typo. So Grammarly actually picked this out. I don't agree with it. I honestly don't agree with this. Okay, anyways, so let's run it through Grammarly one more time before I conclude the stream. This is a demonstration of how Grammarly would work on Google Docs itself. So it's an extension that you can download. It's free, by the way. It's still in beta phase, so which means it's not perfect. They are still trying to improve this, so I've dismissed this earlier. I know why this is not working. Yeah. So once I change this, I should be seeing something. Add an article. As a backup. As backup. I don't like this at all. Can you give me... Yeah, I'm just gonna type it in.